Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Paper 2. In the last episode, we continued to working on the passenger route that we've been working on, running out of Lake Armstrong and heading into Salem, and then setting up the passenger ferry route coming out of Salem and heading into Atlantis? Yes, Atlantis. And of course, setting up the tram lines in both those cities. And, yeah. That should be good. So, we need to now run a passenger route over here to Grey Havens and Emerald City, and we're going to see what we can do about that. A couple of options. And we'll see. But first, before we do that, at the end of the episode, I was looking at the train over here. And this train is starting to make a profit. It is running full. And we do have passengers building up. So I think we're going to need a slightly bigger train. So, let's manage that vehicle real quick here. I'm going to replace the whole thing. We did get some new diesels. We have the Alco PA. Oh, what wagon do we, or what do we have on here currently? We have the Coronation. Top speed. $2,900 horsepower, 114 miles an hour. What do the diesels do? 117 horsepower, 2,200, 117 miles per hour, 2,200 horsepower. But we can throw in one of these guys to give it a little more oomph. Do we want to do our first diesel route? How expensive is that Coronation? 1.4 million per year. $150 miles an hour, 5,000 horsepower. I think we might stick with steam. Yes. We'll stick with steam. Okay, so top speed. We're going to throw... This is the same... Is that the same? No, that's this thing. No. Okay. How heavy are these heavyweight 28-1 parlors? 77,000 pounds. The Amtrak coaches are significantly heavier, but they're a little bit too fast for this train. Just trying to decide if I do actually want to move over to this. I want this to be colorable. But I think we might end up going with this. 24 passengers. 120 capacity. How fast were these? 112? What if we put a couple of those on there? It's gonna be a fairly long train. That's not the worst thing in the world. Ah, we have some new boats. And some new wagons. Alright. Well. All I had to do was wait. That can do 112. So 19 passengers. Let's put 95 capacity on there. It's a tad cheaper. And it can be colorized. Alright. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Okay, we just got a couple of new boats. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my most profitable boat line currently. Citadel Caprica, huh? Really? I would not have expected that, but that's perfectly fine. Now, see, these do not carry everything, though they do have 4 compartments. 220, 19 miles an hour. It's only a little slower. Do I have oil or liquids at all? I do. Okay. No, not configure. All right. Let's try this again. We're going to take 4 of those boats. We're going to replace them with these. And we're going to take these 2 boats. And we're going to replace them with those. I'm going to screw up the line a little bit right out of the gate because, you know, that's just typical. I think that's the color. All right, let's go take a look at one of those boats. Let's see, where are you? All right, if those are successful, then we'll see about upgrading the rest of the boats. Another thing I want to check is you guys. Very profitable. Excellent. Okay, on to the actual project that I had planned for the day. Or at least to get started for the day. Is this. I need to figure out where the passenger station is going to go. An elevated station would probably not be a bad idea. But no, we're gonna just kind of, I think, slide this guy right in about there. And then we'll figure out where we're gonna go. Alright, because we're also gonna want a terminal station, one, over here somewhere. Probably right in there. Give that some terrain smoothing. So let's just flatten a little bit over here and then smooth down the edges of that. And that'll look a little bit better. Okay. Now I'm actually going to try to figure this bit out first, because this is going to be the hard bit. This is not really going to be that difficult. And then we just have to arrange the roads in town and figure out where they're all going to go and all that sort of stuff, which is not that big a deal. All right, so if we were trying to just go straight. No, I can't go over top. Could I go underneath? Could go underneath. That's as far down as I can go. Okay. Alternatively, we could rework where the road goes. The road is going to be a lot easier to route than the rail. So, let's... tear the road out. Actually, it'd be better to use this side of the track. Let's see, if we came back to here... and we were willing to slow down a little bit. 112, 100. 97 would be the slow bit. That should be alright. We need a couple bridges. No. We could do a nice brick bridge there. As long as it's the right speed, which it is. Okay. I'll take it. Now, what we're going to have to do... we don't want to be merging down on the bridge, because that always looks goofy. So we'll merge down there. Now I gotta figure out the road. Well, I think what we're going to do is we are going to... make a road bridge there of the same style. I think we're probably going to have to smooth that down. And then we need to back that up a little bit further. Good. It'll work. Okay. Now, what we're going to need to do over here... Well, first off, back that up a bit. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to angle for kind of that valley right there. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. And I think that just the style of this particular section of the rail is going to be this brick style. And I want to keep it around 120 miles an hour. Now I want to aim kind of for this valley here. We're gonna have to kind of punch through there, which is fine. Ooh, that is a long stretch. That is a long stretch. Okay, never mind. We're gonna back up a little bit. What does it look like as a bridge? Not terrible, I think. I think it would be better if maybe we back this up a little bit. To the point that we came out of there. There's still going to be some bridge, but I don't think it's going to be quite as dramatic. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. We're gonna have to swing into there. I think that would be the correct side to come in on, right? Yeah, that side there to that side there. That little tunnel can be a cut. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just grab the wrong spot. All right. No, I really don't like doing that. And actually, we will want to do something like this. And we'll have to stay on the bridge. Unless we wanted to do something more along these lines. Too much slope, huh? That's gonna be too much curvature. And we do something like that. Looks good. That should work. Let's just smooth it over. Yep, there we go. All right, we'd signal there. We would want to signal right about there, right? We want to signal there. We would want... I think we would, right? We'd want to signal there. We'd also want to signal there. We need a double slip that switch. We would need a double slip. And not double slip that switch. Apparently can't double slip that switch, but we have Well, if we can't double slip that switch... Let me see. I'm like, I gotta figure out if I, am I ever actually gonna send a train back to the depot? There we go. And now we can double slip it. I think that should be fine for signaling. It's rarely ever going to get used, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. Okay. I think it's ready for a train, but I think what we'll do is we'll do that at the start of the next episode. We'll get a train on there. And then I'll get all the cities over here connected to passengers. And then we'll start working on freight. Let's see, before we end the episode, let's just do a quick look at the train, and it is running a profit, though it lost. It ran at a loss last year, but it's running at a profit now. Alright, and then let's do a quick check of the... It's down to 3.8 million, but we were kind of expecting that. Though its profitability has been somewhat inconsistent. Are you carrying a whole bunch of stuff? That's good. You're carrying a decent load. That's where I think we might run into a little bit of trouble. But it's alright. We'll see how it goes. Because these ships might make up for it. Well, that's interesting. Alright, but we'll go ahead and end the episode here. And we'll keep an eye on things. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.